Hello, everybody. Welcome to week 4. Week 4. So, now is a good time to get organized. So, if you have sticky notes, markers, crayons, get them out and make sure you get your blue packet. The reading for this week, the story in the front is called The Volcano That Stopped Summer. So, make sure you take that one out. And as you see, I already have my tabs, same ones from last week. So right now would be a good time to pause and make sure you find this one because this is the one we're going to be talking about. So last week for week 3, we talked a lot about text features. We talked about caption, which tells us information about the picture, bold words, those really dark words, they're important. And we learned about headings, they tell you about the section. This week, we're going to continue talking about text features, but we're going to look at different kinds of text feature. So go ahead and turn to page 188. And again, you guys have the reading schedule, and we are on week 4, where it says know and use text features. So everything that we're going to be going over, it's right there on the schedule if I'm going too fast. On page 188, you can see the different types of text features we're going to be working with. Table of content, glossary, and index. And here, this is a good reminder or an anchor chart, however you want to say it, that will help you identify what a table of content looks like. It's usually in the front of the book, and it tells you the different sections and chapters. And then the glossary, it's usually in the back of the book, and they tell you the meaning of words. So if you don't know what the aircraft is, you can go to the back of the book and look at the glossary and read the definition. And an index is also located at the back of the book, and it usually has a list of topics in ABC order, as you see. So on page 189, they're asking you to look at the sentence and identify, is it an index, a table of content, or a glossary? And all you got to do is draw a line. So you can go ahead and circle that. So when you have to do this page, all you have to do is match to where they go. All right, page 191, you're going to read this cool story about hot air balloons. And again, as you see, I already circled my text features. I circled my table of content, my chapters, and my glossary. And on the back, of course, they're going to ask you the same thing. But this time, instead of drawing a line, you're going to have to write the name of the text feature. Which text feature would you use? So the first one is, who made the first hot air balloon? So you have to go back and see what text feature is going to help me find who made the first air balloon. Is a table of contents going to help me? Is a chapter going to help me? Or the glossary? All right. On number 3 down here, I circled the page 194 because that is where you're going to write your response to this question. And I also put the arrows on table of contents and glossary because that's what they want to know. How could the table of content and the glossary in this story help you locate and understand information in the book? So remember, if you forgot what a table of content and what a glossary is, go back to that handy dandy checklist up in the front. Okay, so that was day 2. I'm moving on to day 3. You're going to read all about bullet trains. And this is really interesting because we're about to have a bullet train pretty soon in Orlando. So you're going to read it. And I already highlighted a text feature I see, the index. And you're going to answer the questions. Number 1, you're going to look at the index. That's why I highlighted it, the index. Number 2, you are going to find out in the index which page will help you find China have bullet trains. And on number 3, you're going to look for the key facts on page 10 about the speed of bullet trains and tell me how were you able to find that information. On number 5, again, there's a short response that you have to write the answer on page 195. And this short response, they want you to look at the index. So everything that I have highlighted here and circled, I would have you guys do it so that way you can know what to do when it's time to do it. So on day 4 is those short responses that we talked about. If you happen to do them on day 2 and 3, then day 4, you have nothing to do, or you can just go back and make sure you have the right answers. Day 5, kids on the high seas. You're going to read this nice story. And here's a text feature. There's 2 of them right there, and I circled them, the glossary and the index. And again, you're going to answer the questions, and here I went highlighting the important things that you need to know. Like you need to look at the index here to find out who first sailed across the Atlantic Ocean. And here you need to look for the glossary, which is right here, to find the meaning of the word wedge. Okay. And for number 3, it says to look at paragraph 6. All right, on the back, again, I highlighted important things that you need to look at, like the glossary, the index, to be able to answer this question. Same thing down here, the glossary and the index, to understand Martin's sailing trip. So here was the author's, what the author thought of the sailing trip, and here is Martin's thought, their understanding. All right, and that is it for reading. So we're going to move into math. Math will be a little different because you guys don't have a schedule for week 4. So really listen up because I'm about to tell you what you need to do. So for Monday and Tuesday, it will be on the book. And this is it. Monday is NBT 1.2, which is skip counting by ones, 5, 10s, and hundreds. And Tuesdays is MD 2.6, which is subtracting 2-digit numbers with a number line. All right. So the Monday and Tuesday will be in the book. This is what Monday looks like. And it is skip counting. And we have skip count before. So you're going to use what you know about hundreds, tens, and ones to see if they're counting by ones, by 5s, 10s, or hundreds. So if you look at number 1, you look at the number 215, 216, blank, 218, 219. Now I notice that the hundreds is not changing. They're all 2, 2, 2, 2. I notice that the tens are not changing either. They're all 1, 1, 1, 1. But I notice that the ones place is changing. 5, 6. That one must be 7. So this number must be 217. So knowing my place values help me understand if I'm counting by ones, 5s, 10s, or hundreds. So take a good look at that one. This is the work for Monday, and that's front and back. For Tuesday, I said MD 2.6, and it looks like this, and we're subtracting using that number line. So if you have 12 and you minus 9, you want to start on 12, and you want to go back 9. Remember, when you subtract, you count back. So that is for Tuesday, and as you see, you saw how I wrote the date on top. That is something that you could do. For Wednesday and Thursday, it is right over here. It's not on the book. So this is Wednesday. And again, I will send you this through, I'll put it on Edsby. I'll send it under Mind. This is for Wednesday. You answer these 3-digit addition problem using a variety of strategies. You can use a number line, a quick pick, breaking apart, using partial sums, whichever one you like, and then get ready to explain it to me in our Zoom meetings. So number 1 is 204 plus 451 equals. Number 2 is 739 plus 301 equals. And number 3 is 562 plus 137 equals. If you need more time to write these down, just pause the video. I'm going to move on to Thursday. This is Thursday. Thursday, we're going to work with 2-digit subtraction because next week we start 3-digit subtraction. So we're going to be doing a lot more problems than this on Zoom. But I want to see what you know. So again, you can use a variety of strategies. You can use quick pick, number line, breaking apart, partial sums, whichever you like. If you have a hundreds chart, you can also use that as well. Number 1 is 86 minus 53 equals. Number 2 is 95 minus 47 equals. And number 3 is 56 minus 38 equals. If you need more time to write these down, just pause the video and you can write them down. All right, that is it for math. On Friday, I don't have any math for Friday. Friday, you guys have to go pick up your next packet again, so I don't want to give you too much work. All right, let's go over science. And we have week 4 right at the bottom. I made a few changes. Instead of starting on 354, we're going to start on 352. And we're going to be talking about basic needs. So on Monday, we have 352. And you have the plant needs. Okay? This active reading is really good to help you understand the reading. It says, circle details that tell what happened when a plant does not meet its basic needs. So you have to read it and circle what happens when they don't get the basic needs. Okay? That is day 1. Light and airy. That is also day 1, nutrients and space. Day 2, you have a little checkpoint. So you're going to have to go back and read what you read day 1 to answer these questions. This one is just a word search. You look for the word. Day 3, you have the basic needs of a plant. So in each petal, you're going to write the needs of the plant. And again, go back to what you read on day 1 and 2 to find out what they need. Day 3, you're going to read just the basics. Again, do the active reading. Circle the words to help you know what survive means. So there is survive. There's that bold word. What words around it help you understand what the word survive means? You're going to draw and label a picture to show what you'd like to drink. And then talks about the lungs. Why do people need a snorkel to swim underwater? There's a little math problem right there. It wants you to label the parts of the fish that takes in oxygen. And you will learn about it right here. That's why bold words are important. Gills. Day 4. You have food for thought. So it's going to talk about giraffe and their basic needs. And then protection for all. We're going to talk about shelter. Again, a bold word. That's what we're learning about text features. Bold words are important. And here's another active read. It says circle the words that name different shelters. So you can circle those words that have different shelter. Day 5, you're going to have a little checkpoint. Again, you're going to have to go back and read to look for the answers. And here you have to fill in the blank, and we'll review these answers during Zoom, or you can send me a picture, and I will gladly go over it. All right, guys, that is all for week 4. Bye.